Race number 6 is our cup race on Wednesday night's card. It's the running of the Tune 1 Newtown 60th Anniversary Cup Class 4 over the 1200 metres. Proud Dragon comes to the surface for the first time. Trader, he's on the class drop. Both wins have been in this grade. We've got Youthful Deal with the shadow roll going on. Yellowfin second start on the surface for him. Bell of Happiness up in trip. He goes from the 1000 to the 1200 metres. Further down the page, you can see we've got Son Pak Fu with the one cow blinker off and the blinkers going on. Double show, the cheek piece is off, the visor goes on, and Miracles has his first start since running second to California Veins on the 18th of September. He went back that day in Miracles' time. He might have to do it tough on Wednesday night. Yes, barrier 9 is an ideal for him. He has certainly gone forward in the past, but didn't finish the race off. Son Pak Fu has raced handy, particularly last start behind Beauty Tycoon. Double show, another one that is normally pretty handy. Paul visor goes on, cheek pieces are off there, and Trader shouldn't be far from the speed, nor Yellowfin. Yeah, look, I thought Trader might be an alternative leader as well because he's got the apprentice on from barrier 1. So if he wants to lead Trader, there is a possibility. But I think he runs better if he does have a little bit of cover. Okay, so we're going to start with our replays now, Paul. This is Yellowfin at Happy Valley last time. He ran third in this race. It was really disappointing at his first start on the weather, but his turf form's been much better since then. Yeah, it's a weird one because he does work well on the surface and seems to like it. They're going back. He's got that sort of bloodlines from American bloodlines through the dam sire as well. I'm going to include him, Yellowfin, because I think there is something there. Yeah, there's definitely something there. He's in on a minor line. He was a little bit keen down the sides in that race there as well, and just hit late there. But he goes in, but not on a win line. You mentioned, Tom, on a previous race analysis for the meeting on Wednesday night in the main show too. This race, which features California Veins and Colourful Prince, a little iffy on the form. That's Miracles who comes out of it too. Yeah, I guess we'll get a better guide of it on Wednesday night, but of course California Veins has come out and run okay after this, but he's very close to Class 5 again, Paul, off a rating of 42. He did close nicely. He's trialled okay since, whether he's turned the corner maybe, but I won't be including him. I haven't included him either. I'm worried more about the draw, where he's going to be in the run. He's drawn barrier 9. It just looks a bit tricky. All right, so that's Miracles, who's also in this trial here, Paul, but the horse that we'll focus on is Youthful Deal, because his trials have looked like he could be anything, but he gets to race day and he hasn't really put it together yet. No, but he is starting on the surface for the first time by Deep Field. They have run well on the surface in the past. Looks like he can handle it with no worries. He's got ability, this horse. His best run was second up. He's second up now. He's only had the 3 starts. So, look, I think he can win this. He was pushed out a little bit in that trial. He was wearing the shadow roll there too. He's going to be wearing the shadow roll on Wednesday night. Deemed unacceptable last time out at 1.7. He was very costly. Speaking of costly, this horse was a bit too in his first prep, Joyful Genius. Not for those that like multiples and place punting. He was never too far from them. He's on the comeback trail. Tom, he had an irregular heart rhythm at his last start. Yeah, I'm going to take a little chance with him here because he does have some ability. He's still yet to win here, a son of Hinchinbrook, beaten favourite his last 3. Looked to be under a good hold, I thought, here in this barrier trial. There wasn't too much covering them, but I thought he did it well. And he's not had the best of luck with draws, Paul. Yeah, he just hasn't won from those 14 starts, has he? Barrier 12. I'm happy to leave him out. OK, so no Joyful Genius first up for Paul. Who did you settle on as your top 4? I'm going to go with the Youthful Deal. He was very costly last time, but I think he can redeem himself coming back onto the surface. His work's been good and his best run by far was second up. So he's on top. He's got Zach aboard from barrier 2. Yellowfin will give him another chance on the surface. Now, Son Pak Fu, he should be a big price. He's won a trial here on the all-weather, and if he does get to the front, he can be there for a long period. And then Trader should get a nice run just in behind. 4, 5, 9 and 2. Well, you should get each way about Joyful Genius in this race for David Hall and Luke Ferraris, drawn barrier at number 12. He is first up for the season. A couple of trials I thought looked all right. So 11, Joyful Genius. Youthful Deal has to go in. He'll be somewhere in the market. Yellowfin, he's the early favourite. And put in Trader as well. A little claim here, bringing him down to 125 because he's back down in grade as well from barrier 1. So 11, 4, 5 and 2. And that is the preview for race number 6, our Wednesday night cup race.